Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2006 Toyota Prius. We're going to be replacing the front brake pads and rotors. Let's get started. First thing we want to do is jack the vehicle up, put it on jack stands, we'll pull the tire off. Now we'll turn the wheel to get better access to our caliper. Now we'll take a flat screwdriver, put it in this window, and pull towards us. That'll let us know that our slide pins are sliding and our caliper isn't seized. We'll just go all the way till it bottoms out. Pull off our caliper, 2 14mm bolts. Now if this bolt starts spinning on you, you can put a pair of pliers on it just to hold it in place. Same with down here. Pull these off. Now we'll suspend our caliper out of the way. Pull off our brake pads. Perfect. And we want to take note of our hardware. There is a top and a bottom hardware. Let me pull off the top one and show you. It's easy to identify. It has a curled end on it. So this end curls. That's for our top. Pull off the bottom. You can see the end is just a standard end. It doesn't curl. Show you them together. See that difference? So just note that. Pull off our slide pins. I like pulling them off just one at a time. Just like that. Wipe off the old stuff. Apply new caliper grease. Put it in. I like to twist it as it goes in. Pull out the bottom one. Wipe it off. Apply new stuff. There we go. Now we can pull off our bracket. It's 2 17mm, and I have to use an extension to get past our strut bolt. Get this top one first. Ooh, pretty tight. Wow, that's really tight. Let me get a breaker bar. See what a little more leverage will do. Sorry, now you're in my way. Let me back you up a smidge. There we go. Use that for the bottom too. Perfect. I'll just use the ratchet. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna take a wire brush, clean out our channels before we install our new hardware. On our bracket channels, once we have them all cleaned out, the manual has us put a little bit of caliper grease just right in here. Not a lot, just a little. There we go, now we'll just rub it around. Just a nice light coating. We don't want too much so it squishes out and gets on our rotor. Just a little coating. There we go, just like that. Put our new hardware on, remembering which one is the bottom and which one is the top. This one's the top. All right, and this one is the bottom. There, perfect. Now squish it all the way down. If you have any of that caliper grease oozing out, go ahead and wipe it off. Now we don't want any caliper grease here because that'll just collect dust, just underneath the bracket. Now let's pull our rotor off. We'll just hit our rotor with a hammer. That vibration will pop it loose. There we go. Pop that off. Now we'll take a drill with a wire wheel and clean up our hub surface. Now this is optional, but I'm gonna take a little bit of anti-seize. Just put it in between. Doesn't take a lot, just a really light film. I'm not putting it on my wheel studs, just on the hub. With our new rotor, we want to get a little bit of brake clean. Clean this off. Put a protective coating on it for storage. We just want to get that coating off the best we can. Perfect. Let's install it. Just put this on. I'll take one of the lug nuts, just thread it on the bottom, and that'll hold it in place for us. There. Take our bracket, feed that through. And these are torqued to 81 foot-pounds. Then we can throw our brand new pads on. The wear indicator goes to the inside top. Slide this on, just like that. So putting it in the top first was actually helpful, and then the bottom last. Then the outside pad doesn't have a wear indicator. Put it in the top first, and then down on the bottom. Oh, try that again. Top first, then the bottom. Perfect. Nice. Now let's push in our caliper the rest of the way. Doesn't have to go in very far, just a little further. There's a lot of different caliper piston tools. This is just one I use. I'll have a link in the description for a pretty good one if you need it. You can also rent these from the auto parts store. Push that back. Nice. We put our caliper on, just make sure that the brake hose isn't twisted. Slide that over, there, just like that. Put our bolts in. And these are torqued to 25 foot-pounds. Oh, see, this is spinning on me here. Let me get a pair of pliers. I'll just hold this one. There we go. Perfect. That is it. We'll go back inside the vehicle, push on the brakes. That'll pump up our piston. That way we don't forget to do that before our test drive. Then we'll hop over to the other side and do the exact same thing. Good job. All right, that's how you can replace front brakes on a Toyota Prius. The next thing we want to do is break in our new brakes. And how we do that is take the vehicle up to about 30, 35 miles an hour and then come to a nice solid stop. Now we don't want to lock the brakes, but we do want to feel that nice positive stop. And on these hybrids, we want to make sure that it's the brake pads that are braking and not the regen brakes. And that's just a matter of how hard you push on the brakes. So go ahead, give it a nice, good push. Don't lock them, but give them a nice firm stop. Do that about 3 or 4 times and your new brakes are ready to go. I'll have a link in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comments, post down below. See you on the next one.